Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear MRCS candidate at the vascular surgeon. The online course is a huge field. So I thought let us ask Vasai how to select an online course. What are the parameters that you as a candidate or vascular surgeon select for an online course? And the result was really very impressive. If you would like, let us hear this lecture, and I will put little bit of input among this lecture where parts need to be illustrated.
So, you're looking for an online course. The internet is flooded with them, right? And they all make big promises. But how can you tell which ones are actually life changing and which ones are, well, a total waste of money? That's exactly what we're going to break down. Picture this. You find a course that looks perfect. It's promising you all the skills you need for a better job, a whole new career path. But just as you're about to hit that enroll button, this little voice in your head asks, wait a second, is this for real? Learning how to answer that question is crucial. And here's why it's so tough. The online education market is absolutely exploding, which, is great in a lot of ways. More options for everyone. But it also means it's super crowded, and that makes it a real challenge to sort the truly valuable programs from the ones that just don't deliver. So where do you even begin? Well, the most powerful tool you have, your North Star in all of this, is a little something called accreditation. You can think of it as the official, industry-wide seal of approval. It's the gold standard. And let's be really clear about what this word actually means, though. Accreditation isn't just some fancy logo they can stick on their website. As you can see from the official definition, it's a process of external quality review. That means a serious, respected outside organization came in and put the program under a microscope to make sure it meets high standards. Now, it does.
Now, this is very important point, accreditation. Whenever you want to book an online course, see who is giving the course. If he's an examiner, Royal College of Surgeons of England or any other Royal College, definitely this is a big advantage. That is why in VAacademy mock exam, we only give opportunity to experienced examiner to give you the course because we know they have been examining for the last 10 or 15 years. They will know what common mistakes they are and they will help you to pass the exam. So both the online mock exam from VAacademy and the on-site mock exam, both are very valuable and they are accredited by examiner, experienced examiner of the Royal College.
Let's get a little more specific. There are two main flavors of accreditation. You've got institutional, which covers the entire college or university. That's usually seen as the most prestigious. Then you have programmatic, which applies to just one specific program within that larger school. Both are good signs, but it's really important to know which one you're looking at. Okay, so accreditation is the best place to start, for sure, but it's not the whole story. So let's build a simple, practical checklist you can use to vet any online course before you pull the trigger. We can boil this all down to 3 simple but really powerful steps. First, you're going to verify their credentials. Second, you demand transparency. And third, you check their reputation. Let's dig into what each of those actually means. Step 1. Verify credentials. Time to put on your detective hat. First thing on the list is, of course, accreditation. But don't stop there. Who's actually teaching you? Look them up. What are their qualifications? Do they have real-world experience in this field? And what about endorsements from professional groups? All of these are huge signs of legitimacy.
This is an important point. Who is giving the course? If he is a Royal College examiner, he knows exactly what they are examining. Especially in the MRCS OSCE examination, a lot of candidates doesn't know how we put grades, how we judge professionalism, what are the items that we're looking for, how you apply knowledge like RESP and ATLS course to clinical practice. Not only this, but the opportunity for you to pass the MRCS is much higher when you have an experienced examiner, especially that the ICBSE is going to change the examination for MRCS, and there are going to be a new system that will examine you, which is more difficult than the current system. So I think the golden opportunity for candidate to pass MRCS is 2026. It's a golden opportunity because after that it will become more difficult. The new MRCS format that maybe going to be implemented waiting for GMT approval is in March of 2026. It will run with the old system for 1 year. I'm sure a lot of candidates will prefer the old system, but it will end up and then it will continue with the new system. Same like what happened with MRCS and ENT. The last exam for MRCS ENT is February 2026. It's not going to be any more. After that, the ENT surgeon have to go to the normal MRCS. Same with the BLAB exam. BLAB exam again is going to disappear and is going to be replaced by UKMLA, which is the same exam that medical school graduates have to pass. This is very fair. And again, they are going to run the old BLAB system and the new system UKMLA for 1 year. And after that, only the UKMLA system will stay. So it's a big advantage when you know who is giving you the online and the on-site course.
All right, next up, transparency. Look, a legit school or program has nothing to hide. You should be able to find the entire curriculum, a clear breakdown of every single cost, and a simple refund policy, no problem. If they make you hunt for that information, or if it's confusing, that's a major red flag. And finally, check their reputation. And I mean their real reputation. You have to go beyond the glowing testimonials they handpicked for their own website. Look for independent reviews. Can you find an actual physical address for them on a map? Is their payment system something you recognize and trust? These little details tell you a whole lot. Okay, so that's the playbook, but what does all this look like out in the wild? Let's put our checklist to the test with a couple of examples. First, let's take a look at a provider that gets an A+ for transparency and credentials. This is exactly what you want to be looking for. This right here is perfect. It's a statement from Chamberlain University. Notice how they don't just say, hey, we're accredited. Nope, they tell you exactly who accredited them, the Higher Learning Commission. And they even mention their certification from SCHEV, that council we saw earlier. This is what solid, transparent disclosure looks like. So, that's the ideal scenario. But let's be honest, more often than not, you'll land on a site where that information isn't so front and center. And that's when your checklist becomes your most important tool. So when you find a provider and that info isn't obvious, your checklist should start firing off questions in your mind. For example, say you're looking at a provider like VAacademy, which offers medical exam courses. Your questions should immediately be, okay, who exactly is the accrediting body here? What are the credentials of the instructors listed? Can I actually verify this physical address? And maybe most importantly, where are the reviews from past students that aren't on their own website? That's what doing your homework really looks like. At the end,
So here is an important point. The VA Academy is found in New Cairo. We have been able to give around 19 courses, mock exam. We also were able to have multiple virtual mock examination with an experienced examiner from Royal College of Surgeons of England, Edinburgh, and Ireland. And you can check the website www.vaacademyedu.com, and you can have references if you go to our Facebook page or our Telegram page, and you can check the experience and how it was helpful to candidates. So I think this is very important point. Not only this, but we are using artificial intelligence in our mock exam. So you can practice history taking and communication skills with artificial intelligence with Vasai. So it can simulate angry mother, it can simulate angry patient, can simulate bringing bad news. All this are already loaded artificial intelligence program. And not only this, but we give artificial intelligence the ability to give you what you have been good performing and what you have been bad performing. Not only this, but also give you a grade. So you get a remarkable, helpful tool when you are using artificial intelligence in your online course.
end of the day, it all comes down to this one simple idea. Investigate before you invest. It's the only way to truly protect your time, your money, and, frankly, your future. This whole process is really about putting the power back in your hands. Once you have this simple checklist, you can slice right through all the marketing hype and figure out with confidence whether a course is a smart investment that's going to pay off with a real, valuable qualification. And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. As education keeps changing, we're talking AI tutors, digital badges, all kinds of new stuff. This skill of verification is only going to get more important. The tools might change, but that fundamental need to question, to verify, and to investigate, that's always going to be the key to learning smarter.